into it. Got a lot I want to clear through today. So Mardu Cat Pact. All right, what's the pact stand for? Pact stands for our friend Demonic Pact here. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Deal 4 damage to any target, gain 4 life. Target opponent discards 2 cards, draw 2 cards, or you lose the game. So you do each of these things 1 time. Now the cat part of the Cat Pact deck, we got 2 copies of Harmless Offering here, which has a pretty kitty on it. It says target opponent gains control of target permanent you control. So the idea is we get the Demonic Pact into play, and then we use Harmless Offering to donate Demonic Pact to our opponent, essentially. We have 3 copies of the card Dark Petition here at the top end, which the Black-Green Seasons Pass deck we played last week was featuring. This is a card that gives us more virtual access to every card in our deck. So it allows us to basically have like 5 Harmless Offerings with only playing 2 of them. Kind Fiend, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. SS Sniper, thanks for the 1/3 of a year. Happy Monday, folks. Merry Christmas, all that jazz. In addition to having Harmless Offering as a way to get rid of our Demonic Pacts before they do us in, we also have Gideon of the Trials here, which its second 0, its emblem says we can't lose the game as long as we have a Gideon emblem out. So Gideon can prevent us from losing to Demonic Pact. And then the Nahiri's probably seem a little bit out of place here, but her downtick exiles an artifact or enchantment in addition to creatures. So Nahiri can -2 to take a pack off the table before it kills us. Yeah, I've got a copy of Read the Bones here to fetch with Dark Petition on occasion, but yeah, Sign in Blood gives a little bit of flexibility. Not only is it a tool for filling out the curve on 2 a little bit, but it also is target player, so it's technically a little bit of reach. So let's go ahead and dive on into some matches with this one and see how it goes. Actually, I have 2 pretty sweet decks up today. We've got our second run through with Grixis Dragons after this one. This is the bot asleep today. Goblin Dark-Dwellers here says when it enters play, you may cast an instant or sorcery with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. So it lets you flashback something. And this is useful as a creature because Nahiri's ultimate gets a creature out of our deck. So I wanted at least 1 creature to fetch up with Nahiri if she gets to 8. Hey, Infernflow. Thanks for the 12 months of support. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. I suspect we'll probably win at least 1 game with the Demonic Pact donate. Like with the Dark Petitions, we have pretty significant copies of both of those things. Hand's fine. A little clunky, but we got 2 pieces of early interaction. Doom Foretold. That's a neat idea. I don't know if Doom Foretold is necessarily playable on its own, though. Basic Forest. Green is the color of magic, chat. Alright, let's pay 4 life and take a peek at your secrets here, shall we? Easy Goblin Rebel Master here. Domri doesn't really do anything on his own, and we have a Fatal Push for the Scavenging Ooze. Doom Foretold Starfield, Nick. Sure. That seems reasonable. That is true. It is the giving season. Hey, afternoon, morning, guacamole. Yep, there's the Domri. So this does enable them to play a 5-drop next turn, which is a little scary. I'd love to draw like a Dreadbore. They have 2 cards left in hand. Horn and Zur. Probably Waterfalls. It's always you should just put anything you've got through the form on the site. Historic isn't super defined, so been taking most things there. No turn 4 play feels a little bit bad, especially considering Demonic Pact doesn't impact the board till turn 5, but Let's see if they have a good play this turn or not. If they don't have a play, it's not really a big deal. It does not, Chewy. So which options have been picked are tied to the Demonic Pact. So if you Harmless Offering a Demonic Pact to an opponent after having picked 3 of the 4 options, they have to pick Lose the Game as the next option. Their hand is probably just a bunch of lands or removal spells, I'd imagine. Pizza, happy holidays to you as well. Thank you for the 17 months and for the very generous tier 3 at that. Hope your end of the year is wrapping up. Swell. I think I'm actually just going to find out what's in their hands here. I'm going to go ahead and say you discard 2 cards. Just empty them out before they empty themselves out. Or is just like lands? Or is like super unlucky? It's like haven't drawn a spell this game? Wow. Just actually just hadn't drawn a spell this game. Brutal. So we'll get to draw 4 extra cards next turn. Maybe we'll kill that, actually. Owl Familiar MTG, thank you for the 12 months of support. I appreciate the entire year. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. If you're set up to go tomorrow, I assume it's a waste to bump my deck. If your deck's towards the top of the queue, it's probably silly. It does. Bumping it can ensure that, like, other people don't jump over you. So, I really need to draw a land this turn, but I also pretty need to kill this. So I think I'm supposed to deal 4 here, and then draw 2. Okay, we get the untapped land, which is perfect. Okay, so perfect. So we get to go ahead and Dark Petition here. So do I even need to petition here? Yeah, we'll just do it. Let's go grab the Harmless Offering. As a heads up, in case you were unaware, you know, someone just mentioned tomorrow. I will not be live tomorrow or Wednesday for Christmas Eve and Christmas. As always, my schedule is up on my website. There is a small chance I sneak on tomorrow night after the kids go to bed and Christy and I get everything set up, but I'm not, no promises. I will definitely be on Thursday and Friday though. And then next week's actually going to be a bunch of long streams is my plan. What a perfect game. Damage, discard, and drawn have been chosen. So you can have the gift of Demonic Pact. And then they're going to lose the game while we're both at 20. Perfect. Are we going to get to... Are we going to get... Are we going to get to do the thing? Of course we're going to get to do the thing. Alright, Radiant Flame sounds great against their Goblin Rabblemaster deck. Kaya's Wrath, probably good. Kalitas might be fine. Murderous Rider, probably fine. Can check do the thing off the Christmas list nice and early, huh? It's probably not a Sign in Blood matchup. I probably don't want to draw too many Thoughtseizes. Like, seeing one is fine, but multiple's probably going to be bad. Let's try this. Hey, Nahiri, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here with that. Feel like I'm supposed to mulligan this. I have all my colors, though, which makes it pretty appealing. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. I think we just need something that impacts the board before turn 4. Yeah, this hand's fine. Better than the last one. Perfect. Just like we drew it up. Reclamation Sage. That's just rude. Had to get Amazon Prime to get a Christmas gift on time, and now you get the gift of my sub. Well, thanks for the support, Reed. Prime pays my mortgage these days, so thanks for keeping me around. J Boogie, thanks for checking in for the 7th month. If you're someone out there who has that Amazon Prime and you're not sure what to get me for Christmas, I would love your Twitch Prime. Easy way to keep me around at no extra cost to yourself. Equinox, thanks for the 31 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to take the Rec Stage there. Beast. I guess Beast plus Domri is a non-bow. So, like, if I would have left them the Beast and the Domri, they wouldn't have been able to play both. Maybe that's the line. Merry Christmas, Mask. Rebel Master's a good pickup. So we're going to take 4 here. Yeah, maybe I should have gotten rid of that. Just kill us. I mean, kinda. Like, the Domri and the other things kill us at a similar pace, Chewie. And again, like, leaving them the Beast and the Domri effectively discards an extra card, because, like, those two things don't play well together. Yeah, it's also just, like, a relatively constructed playable card Reaper. So, Nahiri does have synergy in that she can stop this from killing us. Yikes. Probably dead. Their last card is Rec Sage, so... Get rid of this Elvish Mystic at least. And then Nahiri probably gains us 4 more next turn, because they have to attack her for 2, and then Othakaya. But, like, they're attacking us for 10, right? Because they're going to have Domri crew the Heart, and then Heart and Bonecrusher are both 5-power creatures thanks to Domri static text. 12 whole months. What a great year. Thanks for keeping me merry in the holidays. Thanks for the tier 3 and for everything else over the last 12 months, Dude Light. Welcome back. Oh, they could also just do this, I suppose, right? And they deny me 2 life. So we need... actually, I suppose even if we hit Languish or Kaya's Wrath here, we're actually still dead, right? Because this is gonna be worth 5. So we're taking 10 down to 5 here. Yeah, I believe we're on the 0 outer now. Land doesn't really matter there. I don't think there were spells that got us out of that. Yeah, I mean, Heart of Koreana in general is just a very good card, right? Yeah, Demonic Pact, speaking of Esper, Demonic Pact is also good with 3 mana Teferi. Just because 3 mana Teferi can bounce it and draw a card, which is pretty great. Stands out super quick, but it's got Radiant Flames and we're on the play, so we're going to go ahead and keep it. Does Gaea's Wrath only give you life if your creatures die? I have no idea. It doesn't give you life for your opponent's stuff. Or are you asking, like, if your creatures are indestructible, does Gaea's Wrath give you life? Been away from Magic for a bit, gotta ask, what's the big appeal with Pioneer? So, in general, in my experience playing a lot of Magic, is that, hey, Dig, thanks for the 22 months. Magic's non-rotating formats tend to draw more people than Magic's rotating formats because, as you just said yourself, you've been away, and in my experience, people don't quit Magic, they just take breaks. So, by playing a format like Pioneer, or a non-rotating format in general, you can often know that, like, hey, if you have the Magic deck or decks and you take a break from Magic, you can come back and your deck will still be legal. Is a big appeal to non-rotating formats. And then, hey, Sigo, thanks for the half a year. And Narek, thanks for the 18 months. Happy holidays, folks. And then as opposed to Pioneer's appeal versus Modern is, well, Modern sucks. It's the TLDR. One of the things that I think is patently very true about non-rotating formats is that I think this is something that's kind of unintuitive that a lot of people don't know if they don't play a lot of them, is that unless a format is heavily managed with a banned list, the bigger a format gets, the less playable cards it contains. And the reason for this is because as a format gets bigger, the power level of the cards that are playable gets more and more concentrated. And as power level goes up, the threshold you need for a card to be playable in the format goes up with it. So Modern, especially with the advent of Modern Horizons, Modern Horizons just pushed the power level of the format so much that it made a lot of decks that were previously like tier 2 unplayable, in my opinion. Looks like we're well set up here to get to combo them again this game, huh? So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and cast Dark Petition here. Just let them know what's coming. We'll grab the Harmless Offering. Oh, I'm so dumb. I thought I was going to get 3 mana and get to play this too. But that's fine. It doesn't really matter. I have a Fatal Push here and we're at 14. Muse Griffin, thanks for the 17 months. Welcome back. If you're someone that's watched my content previously and you're like wondering, well, why this over Modern? The best way I can describe Pioneer right now is Pioneer feels like the format I've wanted Modern to be for a long time. It has the deck building depth that you expect from a large card pool, while it doesn't have Tron and Valakut and Ensnaring Bridge, etc. Hey, Silly Cheese, thanks for the 12 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for the constant advice you play. Have gotten me from noob to 10 points short of going to a Pro Tour. Congrats. You'll get there eventually. Just got to keep trying. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Jerry, good morning. Question for you. I have dreams about using Whip of Erebos to whip Giant Adaphage into play in Pioneer. Is random rebuild CC deck viable in this format? What would it cost for me to have you build it? I don't know. I don't know. One, I don't know offhand what all those cards do. I don't know what Giant Adaphage is offhand. I'd ask that you put it through the forum on the site if you're interested in doing a build around, just so I can give you a good answer. I'm not sure if Whip in general is quick enough for this format. This format is slower and less brutal than Modern, but it's still not quite, you know, pay 4 mana for cards that don't impact the board slow often. Which is the tough part about Whip. We played like a non-Whip Sidisi deck, and Sidisi felt pretty low power overall. Yeah, it'll be interesting, Jake the Man. So, like, I think it's too early to really have strong opinions on the play patterns of Pioneer. I think talking about the card pool and stuff like that are things that are reasonable. But, like, the format hasn't really been given a chance to settle just yet. And until it gets a chance to settle, making too many assumptions about what it is or isn't, I think is kind of silly. At first, I was a little bit annoyed that Trump ads were all over my YouTube videos, but then it kind of made me smile once I thought about it some more. Because if you think about it, those Trump ads on my YouTube videos are like Trump giving me money to support my content, where we regularly drop my pants and take a dump on him. So if you really think about what's actually happening when Trump ads play on my thing, it's kind of okay. I think I'm okay with it. Need to draw some lands here. This format starts at Return to Rav, and all fetch lands are banned in it, and then a small number of other cards have been banned since they've been we're basically beta testing this format. This format is essentially being beta tested right now. Pioneer leaves open beta on January 6th. So January 6th is the last out-of-cycle ban list update for Pioneer. Okay, so the opponent looks like they're playing the Soulflayer deck, which, actually, the Soulflayer deck is the reason why I have a Languish Kaya's Wrath split. Death Touch, Haste, Vigilance. Okay. Will it be release ready, though? Here's hoping. Yeah, they straight up banned all non-Fabled Passage fetches, which was just excellent. Couldn't be happier about that decision. Really need to hit an untapped land next turn. If we hit an untapped land next turn, we should be in a pretty okay spot. Yeah, I mean, I expect even after this format settles, that'll be the case, though, Jake the Man. I think a lot of casual players who have gotten disillusioned with Modern, it's easy for them to jump to Pioneer. And, like, LGS Magic is different than, you know, more competitive settings. So, like, even Modern, even though it's, like, kind of a crap show in a competitive setting, I get Murderous Rider with that one. It's still pretty reasonable at local game stores. Feels magic, man. Feels magic, man. Happy holidays and good luck in the new year. Here's my favorite content creator and community. This is for the Teamer Abundant deck that's floating around in Discord. I don't know what that's referring to, Sunhouse. Is there any chance you can drop it through the form on the website? We have another Soulflayer here. All right, so we have to draw untapped White Source next turn or we're dead. Oh, you did the form already. Teamer. Oh, perfect. Got you. That's exactly how that works. In the future, I would ask that you wait to send me money until I tell you a deck's okay, but I'll let you know whether or not it's okay later this week, probably maybe tonight. feels magic, man. All right. Extra Murderous Rider sounds good. Extra Kaya's Wrath sounds great. Anguished Unmaking sounds fine. Ashiok's okay. Ob Nixilis is probably okay. Bonecrusher Giant doesn't really kill anything meaningful in this matchup, so let's cut that. Oath of Kaya doesn't really kill anything meaningful, so let's cut that. Fatal Push kills Lotleth Troll, I guess. And theoretically can kill a Questing Beast or a Rankle off of Fabled Passage, so maybe that's fine. Let's try this. Last time I watched the stream, we had pink hair. Where did it go? It all grows out. It's the nice thing. It's the nice thing about doing things to hair. It's definitely not permanent. No, only 24 lands in here, which might be one too low. I don't know. We've got copies of Sign in Blood to like hit additional land drops. Sure. We're on the play. Have all our colors. Thanks for the 14 months of support, Fred. Welcome back. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Bonecrusher does not beat Indestructible. So Indestructible reads, if this would have lethal damage marked on it, it does not die. So Indestructible is different from Protection, yeah. Yay! Thoughtseize! Woo! Thoughtseize! I swear to God, if they reprint this card in Theros, I'm gonna lose my mind. Please, please, WotC, do the right thing and never print this card in a standard legal set again. Alright, Passage, let's, Fatal Push, kill Questing Beast and Rankle at least. We got that going for us. Ashiok is nice because it not only hits graveyards, but delve decks. It's good against both. Rest in Peace is good against both. I feel like Rip is better than Cage. I disagree. Cage, Rest in Peace is obviously better in this matchup, so that's why you're focusing on Rest in Peace here. But Grafdigger's Cage tags things like Experimental Frenzy and Marvel and other miscellaneous things that want to cast spells out of the deck. So, I agree that obviously Rest in Peace is better against this specific matchup that we're playing. That's why I didn't bother to board in Grafdigger's Cage. But I think in general, it's closer than you're making it out to be. You never found a fourth land and died. Game 1. Game 2, literally haven't drawn a spell. Got one of the 2 spells that are opening hand Thoughtseized. That's the spell at least, I guess. Fatal Push doesn't do anything here, even though they paid 3 mana for this with Delve. It has a converted mana cost of 6 still. Two general notes while we continue getting our face punched. One, the sub survey got sent out yesterday. So if you didn't see the link to that in your email, check your spam or pop on into the subs Discord, check the announcements channel. Two, deck submissions for Pioneer are back down to $25 for the time being. So get your $25 submissions in while you can. If we don't fill the Pioneer queue back up on $25 submissions, I'm going to cut it back down to 10 again. But I'm going to see how we do at 25. I feel like we'll probably get full at 25, so I'm going to start there. As always, if you need more details on how the deck submission process works, check out the website. Yeah, honestly, Silly Cheese, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, we get a, you know, 2 dozen or so at 25, and I have to hold it off again, which wouldn't complain about that. When is Vintage Cube legal through? Yeah, usually it's a $100 donation for formats I don't normally play. Ooh, we hit a land for Gideon. But I don't really want to play him out, right? I think we're just like tapped land, pass back, plan to Languish next turn. Because if I Gideon plus on this, they're going to be able to attack him for... Perfect. Sort of one of the Sacred Lair products. Secret Lair products. And instead of magic cards, there was a pair of panties, literally. Is that real? That can't be real, right? Yeah, so I've actually thought about pricing dynamically based on the current size of the queue, but the problem with that is it just makes things confusing for people submitting money, people that want to submit decks, and in general, you should always prioritize a good experience for the people that want to give you money. Bad user experience to make it confusing how much a deck costs at any given point. So I could Chad here and, like, make sure this doesn't deal damage to me. But I think I'd rather get Demonic Pact going just so I can, like, work this down since I already have the offering in my hand. So I basically just want to, like, work this down to, like, being ready to win the game for us. This gets to deal 4, gain 4 here. Yes, yeah, Gideon. There's 2 Gideons in here because Gideon's emblem means you don't lose from Demonic Pact, which is great. Yeah, is MTG bot dead today? I don't think I've seen anything from it in chat. Are any of the commands working? Must be off for the holiday. I'll have to ping the person that owns it. What do I want to do here? At this point, am I just playing Gideon? I think at this point I'm playing Gideon. Ooh, that's a good thought, Infern Flow. Yeah, I think that's better. I should have killed the untapped one and then Nahiri'd the tapped one rather than Gideon here. Alright, so we're going to draw 2 cards here. And if we hit an untapped land, we can Languish off the Demonic Pact. Oh, we can't, because Languish is already in the bin. That's awkward. Huh, so what am I getting then? I think I'm saying no on this. And then I just have to not die this turn and they lose. So this will make them discard. We'll Harmless Offering it to them. They lose the game. Tis the... Oh, just clicked on my land by mistake. That would be really bad. Tis the holiday season, chat. Tis the season of giving. Sharing is caring. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, so they have Legion War Boss. I had a panic attack when he clicked land, as you should. Yes, as you should. Thank goodness there's no auto tapper, right? I always do this as a socialist leadership. And we're bringing... This game is to show how bad socialism is, right? When you give people things to people, they lose. Alright, so I think, again, Thoughtseize is fine, but I don't want to draw more than one, so I'm going to trim 2 of them. Is it Grixis Dragons with Sarkin Claws? I don't believe there's any Sarkins in the latest iteration. That card really underperformed when we played it last time. Mostly just trimming around the edges here. Sure. How'd the survey go? Responses for the survey will be open until the end of the week. We've actually had a good number of responses already, though. I think we're up to almost 500. Yeah, there's 478 responses on the survey already. But generally we see somewhere between like 700 and 1,000 based on my other ones from this year. Alright, so really want to draw a black source so we can Radiant Flames this. I'm excited to never draw a third land and die. Perfect. I gambled a little bit there. It might have been right to stomp this, but I feel like if we weren't drawing the third land, we weren't winning anyways, so I might as well risk it for the biscuit. Hey, V-Ball, thanks for the 14 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Meet Wad, thanks for the 5 months. And for people that are new and haven't done one of my sub-surveys before, this is not a WotC survey. It's not going to take you 20 minutes. Should take you 5 minutes or less, probably. It's super, super quick. Can you comment on the rise in online gambling sites pushing their content on kids through Twitch via sponsored streams? I think if you're a parent and your kids are watching things on the internet, you should take some responsibility for what you're allowing your kids to watch on the internet. I also think as someone who's sitting here playing Magic the Gathering online on a Twitch stream, I don't really have moral authority to tell people that online gambling is bad, because Magic the Gathering online is online gambling. Thanks for the 45 months, Ian. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Personal responsibility is only for Republicans. I wish Republicans were still the party of personal responsibility. Maybe they'd have a spine if that was the case. And after you finish the Hooglandia survey, it feels like the ones that conducted it actually listen. We do try. I was actually, one of the reasons why I'm excited to see the results of this, and the results so far are refreshing. The viewer counts for Historic have been pretty low compared to Standard, but so far there's been a very strong response from people who sub saying they enjoy Historic content. So that's good. I've been enjoying making Historic content. And like, the results of the sub-survey are more important than the viewer count in terms of dictating what content we do here. Just because, like, viewer count pays me some small amount of ad money, but the bulk of my income here is from what the subs want. So if subs are happy with Historic content, we're going to get Historic content. The survey was emailed out yesterday morning to the email account associated with your Twitch account. If your sub had lapsed during that time, you can also join the subscriber Discord survey, the subscriber Discord server, and find a link to the survey in the announcements channel. no. Oh no, chat. They've seen our memes. They're coming for our memes, chat. This is the part where they Thoughtseize our Thoughtseize most of the time. Sick. Pipster, thanks for the 3rd of the year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Thump! Thanks for the 20 months. I was searching for it. Lapsed while I was away last week. Yep. If you missed the email yesterday, just pop on into the subscriber Discord. And there's a link in the announcements channel there. And that goes for new viewers too. If you're someone that watches my content on the regular and you've thought about subscribing and you'd like to make your voice heard in the survey, you're subscribed today and you can pop on into the subs Discord and leave some feedback in the survey for me. Been watching less Magic recently. There's been so much content released via game streaming services in conjunction with holiday business. That makes sense. There's more other stuff this year. Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty. Cat back. There's a cat on Harmless Offering. This one right here. There's a good chance their Grixis deck can't take this card off the table. Maybe they have Brazen Borrower. Maybe. So I think my plan here is to make them discard 2 cards to start. If they have a Brazen Borrower, they probably want to bounce this Demonic Pact. And then whatever their last card is here, I'm going to go ahead. Nice triple black card. I'm going to go ahead and play this Goblin Dark-Dwellers and try and Thoughtseize it away. Do I need to hit Lily? She doesn't ult till 7. So she'll go to 7 next turn, and then I can 4 her back down to 3. Sweet. We have, if this survives, it has Menace as well that can pressure the Liliana. They just tried to high roll her into finding something useful. It's aggressive. Are you concerned about Borrower? No, I think with the Goblin Dark-Dweller too, we're pretty okay. So I think the conservative line here is to actually Harmless Offering this turn. Because this gives them, this is going to let them draw 2 cards this turn, but I'm pretty sure they can't take this card off the table once it's down. Because like Brazen Borrower only bounces permanents you don't control. So this is a little bit of a gamble, but it plays around them drawing something like Drown in the Lock or a Thought Erasure for my Harmless Offering. So I think doing this proactively here is the correct line. I'm sure they're going to play some weird Grixis card I'm not thinking of and punish me for this, but I feel like this is the play to win line. Yeah, I can't think of any cards that are like I've seen people playing in Pioneer that take this off the table while it's on their side. I've definitely, yeah, they conceded. I've definitely seen like Brazen Borrower or like Counterspell or Discard Spell all punish me, so I think it's correct to do what I did there. Cyclonic Rift is cards you control, right? Pithing Needle. Do I want a Pithing Needle? That's probably fine, huh? Turns off Planeswalkers. They probably have K Command, which makes this worse. I'm gonna submit like this. I'm gonna go ping the person who owns the bot right now. Hey, Nayame. Thanks for the 20 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're at. Sure. Bird. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. No, I don't believe in Christmas presents that cause me pain and distress, isn't it? So, if they don't take Sign in Blood, I get to draw 2 here, which is nice. I just want the plebs to know I tried. Zintoth is a merciful overlord. I am not. They took my Languish. What does that mean? Are we about to get Rabble Mastered? I feel like we're about to get Rabble Mastered. Is what that means. Yeah. Yeah, look at him. I love this artwork. Murderous Rider's pretty good here too, though. No, it means Rabble Master. If it was Thief of Sanity, 1, I think that's a worse card than Rabble Master in the sideboard most of the time. And 2, I have plenty of ways to kill Thief of Sanity. They're playing Thief, they'd leave us the less efficient spell. We could see running Rabble Masters here. Just Nikki B, sure. I think I'm ditching a Godless Shrine here. We'll play tapped land, 3-mana removal spell this turn, and then untapped land, Dark-Dwellers the following turn. It's a Demonic Pact. I don't have a way to get rid of the Demonic Pact offhand, so I'm going to wait to play that out and just go ahead and kill their thing with the Murderous Rider here, I think. That kind of gets beat up by a discard spell, so I think I'd rather not take that gamble. It's a nice draw. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Just a spot check for old Drown in the lock here. Old Drowny. I think based on the context of my current hand, I'd actually prefer the discard a card. I think I'd prefer to not. It's about to brick. Wow, they have Drown. Okay. I think I'd prefer, especially with them picking Rabble Master back up here, I'd prefer to play Murderous Rider out this turn. Just because there's a real shot that, like, if I play this out, I'm not going to be able to get rid of it before it kills me. It's like, draw 5 mana, Nick. Of course. Attack the Dragon God here. I mean, the Dragon God technically gives us a way to get rid of the Demonic Pact, huh? So they have Rabble Master and 2 cards I don't know now. This was a really good peel. Okay then. Yep. Well, shoot. All right, so we can't cheese them out. Yeah, they took our Harmless Offering, so we need to draw a Nahiri or a Chad. Nahiri can also exile this. Worth noting. I think I'm drawing 2 cards here because I want to find a way to kill this Nicol Bolas. I got a bunch of Dreadbores in my deck. Alright, perfect. Things that mean we don't die. It's the little things, you know? We're gonna draw some lands, I can feel it. Om's Games, thanks for the 15 months of support. What's my favorite MTG format at the moment? Probably Pioneer. Wilder Nactyl, thanks for the 3rd of a year. I appreciate the prime, welcome back. And Pioneer seems to be sticking with the subs too. Based on our first 500 responses or so. 44% of people have listed Pioneer as their favorite format at the moment. Scarab God. I don't really have a good answer to this, huh? Well, that's not true. Nahiri's a good answer. Alright, so let's say... Let's just kill Nikki B here. Perfect. I completely agree with that, Painted. Oh, they get to just Dark-Dwellers me? Yeah, we're super dead. Their Nicol Bolas top deck was a little bit too much there. Slaughter Games. Cutting her out stuff. Yeah, I would. I fully expect Pioneer to be the most popular competitive Magic format by the end of 2020. Not close. I think Pioneer already has kind of exploded, and this is during its current beta period where there's a number of people who are a little bit afraid to buy in just because of the regular ban list updates. I think once those stop and the format gets a chance to breathe and stabilize, people are going to quickly realize they enjoy never getting Troned, never getting Valakutted, never getting all the other miserable things that happen in Modern. Historic is actually the number 2 most favored format on the sub-survey so far, which I guess that's kind of expected. Standard's kind of at a low point. We're getting pretty close to a new set release. What if you enjoy trotting people? Then you deserve what you get in Modern. You reap what you sow. Yeah, I agree, Golden Ringer. Cards like Force Negation are kind of miserable. The play patterns of them are not one that I enjoy. Chumos checking in for the 52nd month. That is an absurd number of months. Welcome back, and thanks for keeping me around. One of the OGs. Ewok Slayer, thanks for the 17th month. Welcome back. What do I think of Legacy? I think Legacy is okay in small doses. I think I think the play pattern, I think Legacy offers some really unique play patterns, but I also think those play patterns are kind of redundant and repetitive. So if you're not really into those play patterns, Legacy's not really for you. Legacy's a good example of, as a format gets bigger, there's less and less playable cards in it. Duress is a good pickup. Let's take a peek at what's going on up over here. Thought Erasure, Drown in the Lock, Champion of the Wits is interesting. Huh. I think I'm okay just making them hold up Drown here. I get to go ahead and clear this off the table. I just want to keep them out of my hand. Leaving them Drown lets me kind of dictate the pace of how we're playing from here. So they have Drown, Scarab God, 3 cards I don't know. They have to discard 2 of them. They discarded Drown and Slaughter Games. Interesting. Two terrifying 5-drops. And a 5th land. Maybe I should have boarded some of my Kaya's Wraths back in. Probably should have boarded some of my Kaya's Wraths back in. Really hoping to draw a land for the next 2 turns. The Scarab God bringing back Rabblemaster this turn might end up being lethal pretty quickly. They're gonna get to like get chances to scry into stuff here too. Yeah, definitely trying to cheese them out from here. They bottomed a card. That's good for us. So Gideon's dead because this Rabblemaster makes another token. And then Demonic Pact's going to get to 4-ball the Rabblemaster here. Land is a good draw. So I think I shock this in. And I go stomp this, play a 4-3. I don't want to stomp the Champion of Wits because if they Scarab got it back, they get to draw 4, discard 2. Natterjack, thanks for the 1.5 years. I appreciate the support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. This Bonecrusher they're bringing back, the last creature in the graveyards at least. They bottomed again. Do this and go to 7. Yeah, maybe I am just supposed to kill Scarab God there. Maybe that is better. Oh, I could have gotten Nahiri, but I tapped wrong. Oh no, I can't, because she takes red and white. Am I through all my Dreadbores? Have I really played 3 this game? No, I'm just blind. I was like, I didn't think I played that many. I'm just blind. And then I don't want to sign in blood because I don't want to be dead on board. So I just have to fade. So long as they don't have a counter spell or a discard spell, we get to Harmless Offering them next turn. Hey, Subtle Exudation. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. You're having a good one wherever you are. Oh, I get to empty their hand on my upkeep. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we should be good to go then, right? If they can't take this off the table here. I forgot we had discard mode left. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so long as this isn't a discard spell, we're good. We got him. I think we got him, chat. Could be Brazen Borrower, I suppose. Nope, they're looking at their hand. Tis the season. The holiday season, do do do, do do do, do 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 do. Look at that. Are we 3-1? I think we're 3-1. GG. That's weird. It's weird they would choose to lose the game like that. It's a strange line. What a strange line. They chose to lose the game. Chat, the GIF Twitter account. The GIF Twitter account liked my GIF tweet, chat. This is always hashtag always be shilling. Come on, GIF. All I'm saying is hook me up with delicious peanut buttery snacks. It's all I need in my life, really. What are the power-ups and are they good? Yeah, the granola cluster ones, or the oatmeal, they're oatmeal. Creamy clusters, granola. These are my favorites. I'm a peanut butter addict, and Jif peanut butter is the best peanut butter. So, most of their snack things are good, but... Is that a preview pane or plug it in the bottom right? That's just the Moto Mouseover preview that I've captured and then worked into my overlay here. Cody Hill, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people you can ship that to every month on Twitch. Thanks for sending it my way this month and keeping me employed here. Happy holidays. Thanks for the 7 months, Mr. Wilson. I appreciate that. Welcome back. My 2-year-old loved the power-ups. They gave them out at our zoo for Halloween. Nice. All right, match number 5. We've already, locked in our 3 wins. Easy game, easy life from here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's terrifying to not be able to kill. So Hoplite here, when you cast a spell, get a +1/+1 counter, prevent all damage will be dealt to it till end of turn when you target it. So would not be surprised this thing, ooh, it's not growing out of range right away. Yeah, the preview panel is definitely one of the best additions I did to the stream this year. Made the Moto content quite a bit more accessible for people that are newer and trying to get into things. So 10th District Legionnaire doesn't have the prevent damage clause, but it scries, so I think I'm definitely going to kill that one. It also just has one more power than Favor Hoplite. Opponent probably playing a Feather whatever it's called deck. I just played against you. I'm a long-time viewer on YouTube. Glad I finally get to catch you live. Big fan of your content. Well, good luck in the rest of your league, Cody. Grixis deck looks sweet. The Slaughter games threw me for a loop. Game 2 for sure. Feather whatever. Asterisk might not actually be called Feather whatever. Alright, so Titan Strength means we're taking 7 this turn. They still have 4 power in play. The bot is currently dead. Unfortunately, can't do anything about that. I've alerted the person that maintains the bot, but that's all I can do. That's true. 2019 is the year we threw chat and sub only. Which I agree has been a positive life change. There's far less people who show up in chat to just fling poop at me when they have to send me $5 to do it first. We could die here, depending on what they have. Team or Battle Rage is legal in this format. Yeah, I can see that's crafted. Very similar play patterns. Boulder Rush, yes. This card's great, by the way. This adventure card, Rimrock Knight. I assume because they're playing God's Willing We're Dead here. They could also just be wanting to get it out of range of the Demonic Pact, which is fine. So we're currently taking 8, so we're dead to another Rimrock Knight or a Titan Strength. Team or Battle Rage will also do it. Boros Charm gives double strike, yep. We need to join together and take turns being the bot. Alright, Gaia's Wrath sounds good. Pretty sure this is just an all Doomblades on deck matchup. Just want every possible card that takes a creature out of play. Languish is pretty bad here. Other things are frequently going to be bigger than that. Hey, Suna Yummy. You have made it. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. That's probably an Anguished Unmaking matchup too. Yeah, Boros Charm is super good. Nivik! Finally into the terrible twos. Time to misbehave. This deck's actually felt super reasonable. Offering here. The Gideon's been a little whatever. Offering for Pack's been consistent. We haven't really cast much Sign in Blood. I feel like that's another card I'm a little bit medium on. I feel like I might want to just, like, cut the Sign in Bloods and play, like, 25 or 26 lands and, like, put some utility lands in the mana base. You play some Temples or some Shambling Vents. I'm a big fan of Shambling Vent in general. Love me some creature lands. Blast Zone. I feel like Blast Zone's probably not the right choice for my Kaya's Wrath deck. Shambling Vent's pretty great, though. Creature lands are love. Creature lands are life. Alright, I was going to play Bonecrusher, but Thoughtseize is a great draw here. Blast Zone can let you take Pact off the table. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like if I'm cutting... Man, those are cards. Sorry to articulate. I feel like if I'm cutting, I'm gonna take one of their cheaper protection spells. I feel like if I'm cutting Sign in Blood, I need more colored mana sources. I think if I was gonna replace the Sign in Bloods with 3 lands, Blast Zone could be one of the 3 lands. But part of the reason why this deck's on 24 lands is because Sign in Blood helps you find more lands in a lot of early games. So I think you want 26 mana sources. Yeah, Painful Truths is legal, but I think Painful Truths in general tends to just be worse than... I think Painful Truth in general tends to just be worse than, Read the Bones. And Painful Truths is much worse than Read the Bones in a deck where we're playing, Dark Petition. I think even without Dark Petition, Read the Bones is frequently going to be the better card. This mana base play Castle Lochwain. Yeah, if we were going up lands, probably. 20, if we're gonna, like, we could play, like, a red-white duel and play a... Could play, like, a red-white duel and a, So they have 2 cards that make this indestructible. How about we exile it? Yeah, Castle could maybe be okay. There's a lot of different things you could try. But yeah, Sign in Blood's been underwhelming. I definitely feel like only playing 24 lands is probably a miss here. I'd like to get up to 26. And not just so it can go in my autobiography. Did I forget to bring my water bottle down this morning? It's like, I'm kind of thirsty and I went to take a drink and I think I left my water bottle sitting upstairs. All right, this is the last match with this deck anyways, so during the break, we'll go grab that. Take a quick ad break between decks. Speaking of Read the Bones, I think that's just what I'm getting here. In. It's also possible, maybe I should have kept that Fabled Passage. The Fabled Passage let me Dark Petition 4 and play Pact next turn. They're like doming me with Boros Charm? That's aggressive. I suppose if they untap and draw the haste creature, they smack me for 4. So maybe this attack is wrong. I don't know, I feel like I need to close the game out. It's my favorite creature land of all time. Definitely Mutavault. Mutavault's real good. Yeah, they could also draw, like, running Boros Charms here, I suppose. Yeah, I think bottoming that Fabled Passage was wrong, and I should have kept it so I could petition into Pact. Yeah, I think Deflecting Palm's pretty unlikely. I don't think that's the card I'm going to play around. Hey, morning, Danon. Not quite dead, but close. This can do 5 to me. If they have Titan Strength as their one card I don't know, or Rimrock Knight, we're actually dead. Yeah, I think I played this wrong. I definitely should have kept the land with Read the Bone so I could have a Pact in play right now. All right, well, step 1 didn't die. That's a pretty good step 2. All right, so I think the line here is, I think the line here is Gideon emblem, hope they draw a brick. And that wasn't a brick, so we died. I think I like my line that last turn. I think overall I messed that game up. I think I think petitioning for Read the Bones was fine. I think I should have kept the second land with the land with the Read the Bones, so that way I could petition and play Pact the following turn. So I think my choices on the last couple of turns were okay once I put myself in a bad spot, but I definitely put myself in a bad spot because of my choice with the Read the Bones. Overall, this actually felt a lot more playable than I was expecting it to feel. I think Sign in Blood was not very good. I think I'd rather just have more lands in my deck. So I think I'd cut the 3 of these and probably play just like one more Bonecrusher Giant. And then add 2 lands. I don't know which land. You could try Castle. You could try Creature Land. I think Shambling Vent's very, very good. So a lot of different things you could try. Gideon overall was kind of underwhelming as well. It's also one of our few double white cards, so I wouldn't mind trying other things in this slot. I think Nahiri's a little bit higher quality card overall than Gideon, to maybe playing a third Nahiri, because Nahiri can downtick to exile your pact as well, which is pretty good, so I think I'd probably get rid of this as well, but this core of just like red-black pact stuff seems very reasonable. You could also experiment with other third colors, probably. Like, there's no reason why you couldn't just, like, take this core and play, like, a Jund deck or play a Grixis deck or something like that, too. Yeah, Doom Foretold could be something that's worth trying. I think if you want to build it as a Doom Foretold deck, you have to rebuild it a little bit, though. Like, I think to make Doom Foretold reasonable, you'd need to play a bunch of Oathakaya and maybe some eggs to sacrifice, too. So I think that deck at that point tends to look a little bit different, because the way you need to rebuild it also makes Dark Petition worse, because it's harder to get spell mastery. So I definitely think there could be a Doom Foretold Demonic Pact deck in the format, but I also think that it would look different than what this does. If I was going to do that, I think there's a chance like maybe an Esper variation with just like a small red splash for Harmless Offering could be good. You could play like Little Teferi and stuff like that too. All right, we're going to a second Pioneer deck coming up here this morning. We're going to kick the tires on Grixis Dragons for the second time. While I get this updated everywhere, I'm going to go ahead and hit a quick ad roll, so we'll be back in a few minutes with some Grixis Dragons and Pioneer. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.